As the majority of nations around Europe get set for some more European 2020 qualifying campaigns, we have the small matter of the Nations League semi-finals, and I've got my predictions for you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video, this time looking forward to the Nations League semi-finals, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things European or UEFA Nations League, boys and girls, Blackburn Rovers, world football. We're going to all here under one roof. Now, what we're going to do here is take a grand look at those semi-finals involving Portugal, Switzerland, Holland, and England, and I'm going to give you my predictions for those semi-finals before we come back another day and predict the final. But before then, we're going to take a look at how these nations got there, and then I'll try and wrap it up with my own predictions and all that kind of good stuff. So first and foremost, let's take a look at how the Dutch got there. Obviously, they topped Group 1 by winning 2 of their games, drawing 1 and losing 1, with the group that also included the world champions, France, and obviously former World Cup winners, Germany, who were subsequently relegated to Group B. And this is a quick recap of those results, picking up victories at home, 2-0 against France, 3-0 against Germany, and also their only defeat was a 2-1 loss to France away from home, and they did draw the respective game over in Germany 2-2. So that's how the Dutch got there. What about their opposition? Meanwhile, should I say, what about the Swiss? How did they get here? They actually topped their group on goal difference, ousting Belgium over in Group 2, picking up 3 victories, 1 defeat, 9 points on the board. The Group 2 also included teams or nations such as Belgium and Iceland, and here's a quick recap of those results. Some goals galore in this one, scoring 11 goals at home, 5-2 victory over Belgium and 6-0 victory over Iceland, whereas they also beat Belgium. They also beat Iceland on the road. The only defeat coming against Belgium, 2-1 in the end. Now the Swiss will take on Portugal. And how did the Portuguese get there? Well, they actually topped Group 3 with 8 points out of a possible 12, picking up 2 wins, 2 draws along the way. They also ousted former World Cup winners Italy along the way, who only picked up 5 points. And Poland were subsequently relegated to Group B as well, with just the 2 points on the board. And a quick recap of their results as they get ready for their semi-final. They picked up victories at home against Italy, and they drew against Poland, whilst also drawing with Italy away from home, and also scoring the victory against Poland as well. And wrapping it up, of course, it is England who did top Group 4 over in Group A, picking up 7 points out of a possible 12 as well. Difficult group, this one, with the former World Cup winners and European champions, or former World Cup European champions, Spain. Just England ousted them by the 1 point. Croatia, obviously World Cup finalist, did get themselves relegated as well from this group, only picking up 4 points as well. And these are a quick recap of their results. Now, England did lose to Spain at home, but they did pick up a victory against them away from home. They drew with Croatia on the road, and also picking up 2-1 victory as well. Meanwhile, Spain, they picked up a massive 6-0 victory over Croatia at home as well. So that is how the teams got there. But let's take a look at the games themselves. So the first semi-final, which takes place on the 5th of June over in Porto, will be Portugal up against Switzerland. Now, I'm going to save my prediction to the end of this. But before then, how many times have these two sides played? Well, according to my stats, they played each other 22 times, with the Swiss winning 10 of them. And Portugal just winning 7, and the two sides have drawn 5 times in all competitions, in all grounds. And a quick look at the past 3 matches between the two sides. We have Portugal winning the last match between the two sides, was 2-0 victory, and that's back in 10th of October 2017. But the previous 2 before that, Switzerland came out victorious on both of those 2-0 victories over Portugal, one on the 6th of September 2016, and one all the way back on the 15th of June 2008. But the bookmakers, what do the bookmakers think? Well, they actually got they've got actually Portugal coming out on top here with their 8-13 favourites. Switzerland are 9-2, and that is from bookmakers WilliamHill.com. As for me, what do I think is going to happen? Well, to be honest with you, I think actually it's going to be quite a few goals in this one. I actually think Portugal will come out on top with a 3-1 victory over Switzerland to get themselves into the final, which will take place on the 9th of June. But who will Portugal play in that final? Well, it's either going to be the Dutch or the English. And here's a quick look at their head-to-head sort of details. Obviously, this game will take place on the 6th of June over in Guadamares. Pronunciation, please. Don't know if I did well. Now, over the years, the two sides have played each other 21 times, and it's actually even Steven. England have won 6 of them, the Dutch have won 6, and they've drawn 9 times between them. 6, 12, yeah, that's about right. Now, the past 3 appearances, or 3 matches between the two sides, have looked like this. England coming out on top with a 1-0 victory over the Dutch at their place, and that was back on the 23rd of March 2018. But before that, the last 2 games, they went in favour of the Dutch, picking up a 2-1 victory on the 29th of March 2016, and all the way back on the 29th of Feb 2012, the Dutch came out on top with a 3-2 victory as well. Now, what do the bookmakers think? Well, I think, according to my mind and my math, I believe the English are favourites with 6-4, yeah, it's a very close one. The odds are very comparable, and it's quite difficult to see who will go on top. But according to the William Hill, England are favourites. But for me, what do I predict will happen in this match? Well, I am actually going to go opposite on this one. And again, a lot of goals in this one. The Dutch are going to score 3 and England are going to score 2 to set up a very, very juicy, the first ever National League finals will take place between Portugal and the Dutch. And that will take place on the 9th of June. And that, my friends, is where I'm going to leave you. I will be back to predict that final between the Dutch and the Portuguese a little bit later on. It'll probably be on the channel around about the 6th of June once the games have completed. I'm going to get straight on it for you and try and smash them predictions. We'll also chuck in a 3rd, 4th playoff as well, but we don't really care about that. But what do you think will happen in the old Nations League? Do you think England will come out on top? Obviously, I am wearing a Scottish jersey, so I'm going to obviously go against England on this one. But it is going to be tense, and obviously the winner will get themselves, I think, a qualification spot for the European 2020. It'll secure their deal to go through. But I want to hear what you think will happen in the old Nations League. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms on there, Twitter and Facebook, and of course the hotly released Patreon page, boys and girls. But before you go, I also want to bring attention to my Twitch channel, boys and girls. I'm going to be going live throughout the month of June and July as I predict live on Twitch the outcomes of the Copa America, the Gold Cup, the African Cup of Nations, all those 3 international tournaments. I'm going to be doing prediction shows throughout the month of June and July. I want you to head over there yourself. Do it right now. Check it out. Make sure you have a look at the details and the dates of when these prediction shows will take place, because it's going to be a nice open forum where we can chat about football. You can talk about the Nations League. You can talk about the European 2020. You can talk about the Premier League. You can talk about ice hockey, boxing. I don't care. Just stick your own. Just get involved and get stuck in, and we can have a good old talk about it. And then we'll get things fired up over on Twitch. But if you can't catch those sessions over on Twitch, I hope to bring the recorded content over onto YouTube if I can. I've not figured that out yet, but I'm going to do it anyway. But anyway, also, folks, be sure to make sure to smash up the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, and try and join me right here on Blackburn Overseas for some more European 2020 qualifying videos, prediction videos, all that kind of stuff. It just rains videos here, and I want to hear what you have to say in the old channel down below. Till then, thumbs up, subscribe. Ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.